Hello, my beautiful Virgo-Libra Cusp souls. Welcome in, beautiful souls. If you've been feeling a little different lately, if you've been wondering why certain people don't feel the same anymore, why places that once felt like home now feel a little unfamiliar, or why your heart seems to be craving something you just can't quite put into words, maybe this reading might be exactly what you needed to hear today, what needed to find you today. Because what I'm hearing here is Spirit is saying that the cards that are coming through here, that is before us, it isn't about just the circumstances changing around you, right? It's about changing from the inside out. So let's really dive in. The Oracle card that came out, the Star Dragon Oracle, we have number 18. 18 could be significant. Number 9 could be significant for some of you, 18 and 9. Perhaps some of you have an 18th birthday. 18th birthday or the date the 18th. Okay. Healing, restoring hope. This feels like confirmation that you've been moving through a season of deep healing, even if it hasn't always looked or felt that way. Healing isn't always peaceful, right? The color blue is really significant. Fairies could be significant as well. You know, sometimes healing looks like questioning everything. Sometimes it looks like crying over things that you thought you'd already healed from. Sometimes it looks like feeling disconnected before you discover who you truly are becoming. I'm hearing here you're upgrading, you're not falling apart. Also, your energy is, I'm hearing, becoming lighter because you've been releasing the emotional weight that you've been carrying for years. Some of you have been healing family wounds. Some of you have been healing old relationships. Some of you have been healing the relationships, not the relationships, maybe the relationships with yourself, but the relationship with yourself. Or maybe you're healing different aspects of yourself. You know, this card is like reminding you that hope isn't returning because your life suddenly has become perfect. Hope is returning because you become stronger, I'm hearing. Because you have survived things that you once thought it was actually going to break you. And now that your soul is now currently preparing you for a whole completely different chapter. So why does things suddenly feel different? Well, we've got the Page of Cups here. This feels like emotional awakening, an emotional awakening, all right? This Page of Cups is arriving when your heart, it's saying like it's arriving because your heart is beginning to see life differently. I'm hearing some of you are becoming more intuitive, some of you are more sensitive, some of you are more aware of energy. Some of you may notice that you're picking up on other people's emotions much quicker than before. The ocean could be significant for some of you. Some of you are craving depth, authenticity, and peace. Yeah, that Mercury, not Mercury retrograde, I'm talking about the Neptune retrograde that's happening. Yeah, the Mercury retrograde in July fits perfectly with this because the fog is beginning to lift and you're no longer looking at the life through the old illusions. Perhaps this Mercury retrograde, just before Neptune went retrograde, there was a bit of confusion, some illusions, like mentally. And now, like, that Neptune went into retrograde, maybe some of you are beginning to trust your own intuition again. Yeah, we also have Venus entering Virgo, right? Bringing your focus back to your self-worth, your emotional balance, healthier relationships. Like what Spirit is saying right now is that you aren't becoming distant, you're actually becoming discerning. There's a difference, right? Not everyone can come with you into the next chapter. So, beautiful souls, the blessing that's hidden inside this challenge. Let's have a look. well, I'm getting celebration here. This card's actually making me smile here. Reaching milestone, celebration, happy home. Yeah, some of, because like, although things maybe feel uncertain right now about certain things, what Spirit is saying is stability is quietly being built behind the scenes. The blessing isn't always obvious while living through the challenge, right? Sometimes the blessing is discovering who truly stands beside you, your soul tribe. Sometimes it's sometimes it's finally creating the peaceful home you've always wanted. Sometimes it's learning that your happiness isn't dependent on someone else's approval. But some of you will be celebrating, I'm hearing, reaching some sort of milestone. Some of you will be getting married, moving homes, okay? Yeah, Venus is also trining Chiron, so I'm hearing that that healing is happening through love, through forgiveness, through choosing healthier foundations. Some of you already are reconnecting with family. Others of you are strengthening friendships. Some of you may even simply begin feeling at home within yourself. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is everything that feels unstable now is making room for something much stronger. Okay, so let's look deeper. What is changing inside your energy field? And we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I'm hearing here with the Two of Pentacles, it's like that juggling energy. What I'm hearing here is your energy is becoming more balanced. The word balance is standing out very strongly for me here. The infinity symbol could be significant as well. I'm hearing for some of you, for a long time, it may have felt like you were constantly juggling responsibilities, emotions, expectations, and just trying to keep everyone else happy. But now something is shifting. You're being beginning to ask. That's what I'm hearing. You're beginning to maybe ask, does something still align with you? And when you ask yourself those kind of questions, does this still align with me? The question changes everything, right? And even with Venus that is opposing the North Node in July is asking you to choose alignment over people pleasing. Some decisions won't be easy. It's uncomfortable. Some choices may actually disappoint others, but they are going to bring you back to yourself. What Spirit is saying is balance, balance. It doesn't come from doing more. It comes from carrying only what truly belongs to you. The number 2 could be significant, number 42. 28 could also be a significant number for some of you. Here's the 8 of Cups, number 8. I spoke about the infinity symbol, the number 8. All right. This is the unexpected opportunity coming towards you, the 8 of Cups energy. Now, some of you, this is going to surprise you, right? Because the opportunity isn't necessarily something that is arriving. It's actually something that you've already decided on, ready to leave behind. You've decided to leave something behind. Yeah, Mars and Uranus, Mars and Pluto energy in July is really bringing that powerful breakthroughs, right? Some of you are going to have these sudden realizations that you've outgrown something, whether it's a job, a family, relationships, beliefs, fears, friendships. Some of you is just old versions of yourself. Okay, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. Emotionally walking away from things. Walking away from that something is becoming the opportunity, because every time you release something that no longer aligns, right, you're actually creating space for something that is aligned. So what Spirit is saying here is sometimes the greatest opportunity is your willingness to choose yourself. Walking towards the light, choosing yourself. Okay, the door that is opening next is the 4 of Pentacles. Now, at first glance, this is looking like you holding on to something tightly. But what I'm hearing here is it's something different, right? Like I'm hearing something about building the security, creating stability, protecting your peace. Some of you, this may be about improvements around finances. I'm hearing some of you are really saving money, making wiser investments, creating stronger foundations for your future. For others of you, this is emotional security. You're no longer giving everyone unlimited access to your heart. Like you've learned that boundaries are part of the healing journey, right? And that is something to celebrate. Double fours also could be significant for some of you. 24, I'm hearing, I think I said 24, I'm not sure. Can't remember. All right, so why you're no longer on the same timeline is, well, we got the Page of Swords here, and this is where everything clicks into place, okay? The color yellow, learning, investigating could be significant. Curious energy. I'm getting like curious energy, new perspectives, fresh understandings. You're not seeing life through the same lens anymore. You're asking different questions. You're making different choices. Not because someone told you to, but because you've grown, right? And the Spirit is saying, like, your timeline has shifted. Your timeline shifted the moment you stopped waiting for someone else to come and rescue you. The moment that you started trusting in your own voice, your own intuition, your own wisdom, the old version of you that reacted, this version reflects. You learn. This version learns and observes, chooses wisely. When you're unsure, you investigate, you ask questions, you get curious to find the right choice for you. That's why your reality feels different, because you're becoming different. Your spirit guides are coming through with a bit of guidance here. And between now and the new moon in Cancer, and we have the Ten of Swords. Something ended, something that was heavy. Clarify this. Nine of Cups. Okay. And you know what? For some reason, also, I'm seeing in my mind, I'm seeing justice, and I'm seeing justice, and I'm seeing the moon. And funny enough, that came out in the Leo Virgo Cusp readings. That was also in the same position, but now I'm seeing in my mind's eye for you guys as well, even though it's not here. The number 19 could be significant as well for some of you here. 18, 11. Okay. All right. So that justice energy that is not here, I'm hearing again about balancing. Everything is balancing itself out. It's like the Two of Pentacles, balancing. Even when you can't see it, even when it feels delayed, even when it doesn't make sense yet. And this Ten of Swords here, it's like saying the ending, let the ending be the ending. All right, let it just end. Let something, what needs to end, let it end. I'm hearing stop reopening chapters that Spirit has already closed, all right? Stop questioning whether you deserve better, because you do deserve better. And this Nine of Cups, wow, I think it's absolutely beautiful, because as this something ends, your ultimate wish fulfillment happens. The emotional fulfillment, it hasn't disappeared, right? It's right there. It's waiting just on the other side of the acceptance of this ending, whatever that means for you. So between the Cancer new moon, between now and the Cancer new moon, it's basically inviting you to plant new emotional seeds, and definitely not from a place of fear, not from survival, but from your self-worth. Spirit is like having a message, giving a message here, something about, I'm hearing here, honor what has ended so you can fully receive what is trying to begin. Wow. My Virgo-Libra Cuspers. If you've been saying something like, I don't feel like the same person anymore, I just want you to know that maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe that version of you that carried everyone else's burdens, that you doubted yourselves, that state where you've already outgrown, right? It has completed its journey. You're not losing yourself. You're meeting yourself. One healed layer at a time. Trust the changes. Trust the quiet moments. Trust the doors that are closing, because Spirit is like taking something. Spirit isn't taking something away from you. So your Spirit team, your soul is busy making room for something that finally matches the person who you've become. Your healed version. Now, beautiful souls, if this message resonated, helped you in any sort of way, touched your heart, let me know in the comments as well, like, what part of your life feels the most different right now? Perhaps your story could just help somebody else out. Your experiences may be different from somebody else's, but that's okay. But your story could help somebody else out. If you enjoyed this reading, thank you for liking, subscribing, leaving comments. Until next time, trust your intuition, keep following your heart, and remember, the greatest transformation often happens quietly. That we only realize how much we've changed when we look back and see how far we've come. Perhaps that Mercury retrograde has come up also to say, well, because I mean, you're thinking back on the past and memories and nostalgia, and you're like thinking to probably say yourself right now, is like, wow. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love and light and healing. Bye for now, and I'll check you around in the next one.